Hey guys, Jim here. I'm setting up a sprinkler system on my parents' lawn, and the idea is to run some PVC piping throughout the lawn and set up sprinkler heads to come on at a time interval. So in order to do that, I need to run some PVC piping underneath this sidewalk here so that no one trips over it. In order to do that, I need to go underneath the sidewalk by digging down about a foot probably, and then across about 5 or 6 feet. This is about the width of the PVC pipe we'll be using. 3/4 or 1/2 inch is probably the final diameter. And you'll notice on the tip here, I've got a special attachment that's been glued on. The idea is you hook up a hose to the under end of this, and you just spray away at the dirt, and it erodes, and you're able to slowly but surely progress through underneath the sidewalk. So, this tool aside, I decided to go through a more brute force manner and hammer in some steel piping, about 1 1/4 inch or 1 1/2 inch piping. And so in order to do that, I've got a couple segments here. I've only got 5 feet to work with, so that's all I need to worry about. Putting these end to end, I can easily get across my sidewalk, and then after that's set up and ready to go, all I have to do is hammer it through. Okay, so one thing that I noticed was that my hole wasn't big enough, so I trenched out a little bit more to get enough length through my pipe with my 8-pound sledgehammer, which I'm about to start. And if you look down here, you can kind of see where the cement skirt ends just below those bricks there. So one last thing to mention, when you're hammering this in, you got to clean out the gunk in the middle. So I've got a junk rebar I can just shove in here, kind of gut out all the muck that I've just hammered this thing into. Every few inches or so, wiggle it out, get it loose, make sure you can get it out to clean it out, and then continue on your way. Okay, be careful about hammering it too far in. Wouldn't put any more than 2 or 3 whacks on your sledgehammer before you try to get it out, because otherwise you get stuck. And I'm trying to dig it out. If you do and you can't get your hand under it, try using a small hand shovel and work around it so you can get your hand back under it. And just jar it over and over again and then try to pull it out. Alright, so I said at the beginning of the video not to hammer the pipe in too far. Maybe 1 or 2 inches at a time, 2 or 3 strokes with the hammer. I've gotten to a point where I've got about 1 inch, or 1 foot rather, of pipes showing. The rest is under the sidewalk, so it's actually become impossible to pull out by hand anymore. It's at such an awkward angle I can't get it out anymore. So luckily, I found an old seat belt out of my dad's garage, probably from a Suburban or something, which is plenty of length and enough strength to lash around the pipe and pull out each time I hit it in. And with all that effort, I made just 1 more inch of progress. Okay, so I've joined the second section of pipe now with the coupling right here, and I had to lengthen the hole a little bit so I can get some more clearance on my sledgehammer. Right now, this pipe is at an angle, so it's going to go down into the ground too deep. So what I got to do is clear out some more area down here, and then I can get back to hammer. To do that, it's time to chop up more roots and dig up more dirt. I also recommend having a stone on top of your mud pile over here so you can knock your shovel clean easily. Or, I recommend getting a trencher and doing this the easy way. Alright, time to start hole number 2. So I ran into a little snag here. There's a piece of cement, a large chunk of concrete here. You can see when I get my shovel under it, it lifts a good portion of the ground there. Here's one idea. potentially unsafe way of knocking this concrete out of the way is just using the back end of this hatchet. And I've already taken out a chunk here just by hitting it with the back end of this. So I think I can remove enough of it with these glancing blows, and hopefully I don't chop a hole in my head or my hand. So here's the thing to do. Get a chisel. Time. I'm pretty sure this is just leftover concrete from this sidewalk here, but here's the finished hole. We got a PVC running through it. The steel pipe was too large, and we got caught on a rock somewhere along the ways, as well as the holes not exactly lining up. You can kind of see their trenches are okay, but once you stick the pipe in, it's slightly off. So we're successful in getting the PVC that we're going to run for the sprinkler system through, and now we're deciding whether it's worth it to run a second PVC through just in case.